The earliest recorded joke dates back to 1900 BCE in the Sumerian civilization. It's a proverb from the Sumerians poking fun at a style of beer. A Trip to the Moon, 1902, by Georges Méliès is credited with the first movie special effect. The iconic scene where a rocket crashes into the moon's eye was achieved through innovative techniques of the time. The first emoji was created by Shigetaka Kurita in 1999 for a Japanese mobile company. It consisted of 176 characters and paved the way for the diverse world of emojis we use today. The first computer mouse was invented by Douglas Engelbart in 1964. It was a wooden box with two metal wheels and was part of the groundbreaking demo known as the mother of all demos. First internet cat video, Puppy and Kitten holds the title of the first cat video on the internet. It was uploaded in 1996 and featured a playful interaction between a kitten and a puppy. First email. The first email was sent by Ray Tomlinson in 1971. The content of the message was Kordiwayup, the top row of letters on a keyboard. The first text message, Merry Christmas, was sent by engineer Neil Papworth to Richard Jarvis on December 3, 1992, using a computer and the Vodafone network. The first photograph ever taken was titled View from the Window at Louvre by Joseph Nicephore Niepce in 1826. It required an 8-hour exposure time. The first registered domain name was symbolics.com on March 15, 1985. It belonged to a computer manufacturer. Edouard Leon Scott de Martinville made the first known recording of sound in 1860. The recording, known as a phonotogram, captured the French folk song Au clair de la lune.
The first recorded electric guitar solo was played by Charlie Christian in 1939 on the Benny Goodman song Solo Flight. The first computer virus, named Creeper, was created in 1971 as an experiment rather than with malicious intent. Sputnik 1, launched by the Soviet Union in 1957, was the world's first artificial satellite, marking the beginning of the space age. Archie, developed in 1990, is considered the first internet search engine, enabling users to find files on FTP servers. Alexei Leonov performed the first-ever spacewalk on March 18, 1965, during the Voskhod 2 mission. Tennis for Two is considered one of the earliest video games and was played on an oscilloscope in 1958. The first recorded medical surgery, a successful cataract surgery, was performed in 600 BCE in ancient India. The first color photograph was taken by James Clerk Maxwell in 1861 using a three-color process. Ada Lovelace is often regarded as the world's first computer programmer for her work on Charles Babbage's analytical engine in the 1840s. The first recognized cyber attack occurred in 1988 when the Morris worm infected thousands of computers. The Mauna Kea Observatory in Hawaii, at an elevation of 13,796 feet, often experiences the world's first recorded sunrise due to its location. Alexander Graham Bell made the first international telephone call to Thomas Watson in London in 1876. The first website, created by Tim Berners-Lee, went live in 1991. It was dedicated to information about the World Wide Web project. The first computer password was implemented at MIT in the early 1960s to restrict access to a computer system. The Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, achieved the first controlled, sustained airplane flight on December 17, 1903. The Gutenberg Bible, printed by Johannes Gutenberg in the 1450s, is considered the first major book printed with movable type in the West. Dr. Joseph Murray performed the world's first successful kidney transplant in 1954. The first mobile phone call was made by Martin Cooper, a Motorola executive, in 1973 using a prototype of the Motorola Dyna-TAC. Dr. Robert Jarvik implanted the first permanent artificial heart, the Jarvik 7, into a patient in 1982. Dancing Baby, also known as Baby Cha-Cha-Cha, is often considered the first internet meme, circulating in the early 2000s. Leo Baekeland invented Bakelite in 1907, the world's first synthetic plastic, widely used in various products. 1960, leading Sri Lanka. The earliest recorded eclipse was in Ugarit, modern-day Ras Shamra, Syria, in 1375 BCE. The first photo posted on Instagram was by co-founder Kevin Systrom in 2010, featuring a dog and